Hi everyone, welcome to Naresh Technologies. This is Srinivas. So in this session, we are going to discuss about a linked list implementation, simply a single linked list implementation in a Java. We know the importance of a collections framework concept in Java. So collection framework is none other than a data structure algorithms implementation. In collections framework, all are pre-implementations. We will not write the code, no need to write the code. So whatever the code already they have written, whatever the functionality they have given, so that directly we are using. But now here it is manually I am showing how to implement a single linked list manually. Suppose if you write the code, how can you write the code? I will give one idea. Already in a previous sessions I have given an idea, so that how to implement a stack using Java. But now here it is how to implement a single linked list in a Java. So first, what is the program that we are writing in a comments? In a comments, single linked list implementation using Java syntax, Java programming language. So what is the single linked list? Already we know, the data will be stored in the form of nodes, and each node is having two fields. So but in Java, for example, if it is a C language or C++ language, so already we discussed using C language. In a C language, if you want to represent a node, we use a user defined data type, we know that. So this is in a C language. In C, how you are representing a node means struct using user defined data type, and we are giving that node type, node, and here it is in a single linked list, every node is having two fields. So one is a data field and second one is a link field, that is a struct node type, is a pointer, is a link field, these two. In Java language, we know that just extension to structures in a C language is nothing but a class in an object oriented programming language. This is just extends. Structure extension is nothing but a class. We know all these things. Object oriented programming. Now here it is in Java. In Java, in place of a struct, what we have to write is a class, and we know that the naming convention of a class is every word starts with a capital letter as a camel case, and of course that's why I have written N is a capital letter, N, and here it is the same. So node type, so one variable, nothing but one field is a integer type, that is a data field. Second one is a same structure type. We know that we can declare a class type variables, and of course it can be a non-static variable. So now class type variable, user defined data type variable, link. This is internal pointer variable, it's a reference variable. So what it holds, sir? What it holds means the reference of any node class object, it holds a reference variable, and explicitly no need to specify the pointer. By default it is a pointer type. A reference is nothing but a address. Address is nothing but what type of variables hold address, pointer type variables. So it's an internal pointer. So in C or C++ generally we are implementing using structures, but in Java we use a class implementation, C. So here we are writing the class node, and here it is we are writing data, and next one node type is a link. These two are non-static variables, and very important point that already we know, non-static variables in Java application you must initialize through constructor. You have to initialize through constructor. Here I am writing constructor. Here I am not using that public access modifier. If you want to write separately in two different files or in two different packages, you can go for access modifiers. I hope you understand all the basic concepts of a core Java. right? So with the help of a core Java knowledge only we can implement all these things. You should be perfect in a core Java. Okay, see, node, class name and constructor name should be same, and here two local variables, arguments always working like a local variables, link. And now how to assign a local variable value? Local variable is a direct access, na? Direct access. So local variable values I want to assign to non-static variables. From the non-static area, if you want to access any non-static variable, we can go for this. Is a concept of a Java, we know that. This dot link, this dot link, this is right. This is a node creation, and next this is node initialization, node class. Now the main class we are writing, node is a separate class, consider. Now here it is just single linked list operations. So we are writing the class name single linked list. Single linked list we are writing. Main method is inside the single linked list class. So execution starts from main method. In which class the main method is present, execution starts from that class. So generally in a C language, so first we have to declare one root variable. So that is always pointing to the starting location. So in the same way, in a single linked list also we are declaring one root variable. Just write it as a static variable, no problem. Node variable name is a root variable. Sir, what is the default value, sir? At the time of class loading, single linked list class loading, all the static variables initializes with the default values. We know the default values of each data type. If it is integer, default value is a 0. If it is a float, default value is a 0.0. Now suppose if it is a class type, the default value is a pointer type, default value is a null. By default it is a null, and of course explicitly you can show the value null, no problem. So initially that root variable gets memory allocation, root get memory allocation, and the initial value of root is a null value. Now we are creating nodes. How to create the node? But before creating the node, so what all the operations we need to perform, so that I am showing here. First while true, condition always true, inside. So what all the operations we are performing on a single linked list, that we need to write here, but I will show you only 2 operations. Remaining operations you should try. So with the help of C language videos, data structures through C language videos, almost same, right? So here it is, sir, what are the 2 things you will explain? First one, how to append the node, and next one, how to display all the nodes, because what all the nodes we are inserting, we are appending. So finally I just want to check. So here system.out.println. So one is first option is for append. Next, second option system.out.println, second option is display, and next third option, just exit from the program, system.out.println. Third one is for quit. So all these 3 statements executes continuously. Why? The reason, here it is a loop is a infinite loop. We can terminate only when we press a quit. If you select the option 3, so then only we can come out of the program, or else it keep on executing. So how to select? How to select means scanner class is important. So here we are creating object for scanner class. Fully qualified name I am using, java.util.scanner, sc equals to new java.util.scanner system.in, right? Scanner object is ready to read the choice. So here it is, we are asking, here it is to collect that we are declaring one variable ch choice, and here it is we are asking in the while loop system.out.println enter your choice, and next here we are scanning. Sir, how to read? Simple, sc.nextInt. Here I am using only print. Println means what? After printing this message, it will send the control to next line, but I want to means what, keep the control cursor here only to read the value. And so here it is, now we are reading ch is equals to, how to read? sc.nextInt, sc.nextInt, this is reading. So depends on the choice what they entered. So based on that, now we need to perform means what, switch operations, switch case we have to write, depends on the choice we have given, switch of ch. Here it is case 1. Suppose if it is a case 1, so what is the method we need to call? Append method we have to call, append. We know that after every case execution we need to send the control out of the switch with the help of break statement only, and this is case 2. Case 2 is to display, and here it is a break of course, and that next one is a case 3, is the last case is a quit. So quit is nothing but in a system class one static function is there, static method, exit method, it is expecting integer, we know that. In a system class available in which package? Lang package. Okay, in a Lang package system class exit method is there, so it will send the control out of the program. And next, suppose if it is other than 1 2 3, default case execute, default case, that is it will print the message invalid choice, message is invalid choice. So like that message it will give. So this is switch case, and this while loop and switch case executes continuously. Sir, here we are writing append method and display method na. So these methods are static methods or non-static methods, that is your interest. If it is a non-static, you have to call on a current class object, single linked list. Simply if you want to implement, so these are not the things static or non-static, right? Linked list implementation is important. So simply I am writing as a static methods only. After main method, one is a static method, append, and next another static method, display method. Two static methods I am writing. Sir, how can we call static methods? How can we call static methods? Using class name, So here to the single linked list I am appending, single linked list dot append. Strictly if you want to follow, sir I am not following the rule, nothing will happen, because we are accessing the current class static methods only. If you want to call outside class static methods, then you will face the problems. Okay, so here it is, this is optional, but anyway I am following the rules. Append method and display method we are calling using the class name only. Sir, whenever they call append method, then what we have to do? Append means what? Adding a node, okay. So first we are checking, first we are creating the node, Sir, how to create the node? So there in C language, so we are writing in the form of nodes like this, but in Java we are writing in the form of object, but anyway both are same. So here first we are creating object. In the append we are declaring one temporary variable of type what? Node type. So temp gets memory allocation just like a root, temp gets memory allocation, and it is not holding any value as of now, temp. Next, here it is, we have to create the node. Sir, how to create the node? Simple, new node. Sir, whenever you create the node, whenever you create the node, here it is node class constructor is expecting two values, sir, node data and as well as a link it is expecting. So node data you have to read anyway, initially link value is a null only. So whenever in the process of appending, suppose here it is we are asking system dot out dot println enter node data, that we are collecting into element variable. How to read? Already scanner class object is there, na, right? Scanner class object is inside the main method, So whenever you are writing inside the main method, that you can access only within the main function, main method only. But here we are using inside the append method also. Sir, is it necessary to create object for scanner class once again? Not required. So waste of memory, you are wasting the memory in the heap area. I don't want to create a scanner class object once again, then write it as a global. This one, just write it as a global in the sense static. It is global for all, finish. So that now you can access this variable sc from anywhere. Okay, now it is a global for all. Sir, I want to follow the rules, sir, strictly. Then whenever you are using the class name sc, sir, sc is a static variable, I have to using class name only. Yes, that is your wish, right? You can follow the rules, but not mandatory once you are perfect in a programming. Here sc dot, so what is a method? Is a next int method that we are collecting into element. Next int we are collecting into element. After collecting that information into element, now creating the node, new node, we are passing that element. Anyway, element is an integer, na? Sir, what is that second value? By default it's a null, because as of now no connections, null value, node is ready. Then what will happen? New node will be created. Node in the sense object, inside data gets memory allocation, data value suppose consider 10. Next link value initially null, and at a particular location object will be created, So first of all, after creating that node, that object we are assigning, object reference we are assigning to temp variable, because temp is a local variable. So the first we need to assign the value to temp variable only, is pointing temp variable. And next what we have to do? Node is ready. Now connections are important. Connections, right? Here it is, we need to check, right? Temp value is a 2046. So temporarily this temp variable is pointing to this node. Once the method execution has been completed, automatically all the temporary variables will be deleted, local variables will be deleted. Now here it is, we are checking. So where I have to connect this node to the list, right? Here it is, root variable contains a null value or any other reference it is holding, that we have to check. Why? Suppose if it is a null value, so then, so what will happen, right? That is representing, that describes that root is not pointing to any other node previously. Root is not pointing to any other node. How can we check? Very simple. If root value equals to null, so what is it meaning? No other node in the list, no other node, or else already nodes are there in the list, okay. So here if no other nodes, so directly if it is a first node, directly we can assign the temp value directly to root, then it start pointing to this node, first node, nothing but first object in the list, first object. Simply here it is temp value temp value we are assigning to root. So then what will happen? The 2046 so will be stored into root. So null value is replaced with the new value 2046. Then the root is connected to the first node. It is connected to the first node in the list. First node creation is over. Sir, next suppose if they want to insert a second node, third node, fourth node. So then in all the cases else block execute. Sir, how it executes? See. First I will write a sum of the nodes. This is a node. A second node will be created. And now data, just consider data is a 20. Next initially link will be null at some location. Like a 3006 address is there, then automatically the address will be stored into this null. How can we connect? I'll explain. So second node is connected to the third node. Right? In Java, so what is this called? Has a relation. This is also important. Sir, what is has a relation means? One object is holding the address of another object. One object is holding the address of another object. Next, one more object we are writing. It's a third object, consider. Third object at some location object has created 4058. And next one here it is a data, consider data is a 30 and link value is a null. Now that address of third node will be stored in the place of link of a second node 4058, so that it start pointing to the third node. Second node is pointing to third node. This is again it is has a relation. Now I want to create a fourth node, consider. How can I create? How that is possible? And root always pointing to first one. Now I want to create a fourth node. How can I create a fourth node? Observe. Suppose they are calling append method once again, and here it is a local variable, temporary variable will be created. Now I am creating temporary variable, somewhere temp variable creating. By default it is not holding any value. And next here, we are asking enter node data. Suppose value is considered 40. Next I am creating the node with the value 40 and null. So node will be created at some location. Here it is location value I am giving. Location is a something like 6083, and here data is a 40 we are passing. And next as usual link value is what? Null. Next, how to assign the value? How to assign last node address to the third node link? So first, as soon as node has been created, temporarily we are collecting that 6083 into temp. Temporarily, right, a temp is pointing to the newly created node. We know that. Now how to assign? Directly you cannot assign. Reason, root value is not null. Root is pointing to some other node, na? Like it is pointing to 2046. So now if condition has failed, now else block executes. So we should travel from first location to the last location, right? We should start here and we should travel from first node to the last node. So there we have to connect that newly created node with the help of with the help of another variable. Suppose here I am creating one node variable, it's P. So here P initially contains a root value, sir, why? Because we should start from a root node only. So that is P initially contains the root value. Root value is nothing but 2046. It's a first node address, first object address, nothing but a first node address. Then what we have to do? Here next we need to travel. Sir, how to travel, sir? Very simple, using while loop. If P to link, to is nothing but dot. If P dot link is not equals to null, if it is not equals to null, generally, right, in C and C++, whenever a pointer pointing to structure, we use a arrow operator, na? But in Java, right, the elements, so what all the elements of objects we can access with the help of dot operator only, common. So here it is we are using. If P to link not equals to null means what? That is pointing to some other node. So we have to move one more step in a forward direction. Right, how to move? Simply here it is P dot link value, P dot link value. Anyway, link is also node type only, na, that we are storing into P. So what will happen? So first it will check. P value is a 2046. 2046 to link, link is a 3006. Is it a null? No, it's not null. That means it is connected to some other node. So one more step you have to move. How to move? How to move means that P to link value, so we are storing into P, that is 2046 become 3006. Now P value is not 2046, it is 3006. So now it is pointing to second node. It is pointing to second node. So in the second node again while loop will repeat, na? While loop repeats as long as the condition is true. As long as the condition is a true, while loop will repeat. So here it is. Next again P to link not equals to null. Yes, of course 3006 to link is not equals to null. So again here it is that 4058 will be stored in place of 3006. 4058. So now it is pointing to the third node, nothing but 4058. But 4058 to link is a null, na? Yes, condition has failed. So P is pointing to the last node where we have to add the newly created node. Right? So traveling over, journey completed. Now we have to move. How to move? I mean how to connect? Very simple. Right, here it is the temp value is a 6083, that is a temp value. We need to store into this location. In place of a null we have to store. Who is pointing to 4058? Is a P. P to link is nothing but a null. So temp value will be newly created node address will be stored into P to link, finish. Then the temp value 6083 will be stored in place of a null. Null is replaced with a 6083, connection completed. Now it is pointing to this one. So this is how to append a node to the end of the list. So this is a creation. Okay, so this is the way we have to create the nodes. And next option is how to display the elements. How to display the elements. Displaying of elements is very simple. How? So first of all, so displaying of course with the help of a local variable, that is a temp variable only. Temp. Initially into the temp we are collecting that root value. Into the temp we are collecting. For example, these things are not there. Temp, P, all are deleted. all are deleted. So this is the final list. Now we are creating temporary variable. Into the temp we are storing the root value initially 2046. Root value is a 2046 because root is pointing to some other node na? Sir, suppose if root is not pointing to any node, root value is a null value. So what is that meaning? Root is not pointing to any other node. Root is not pointing to any other node, nothing but list is empty simply. List is empty. So here we are writing like this. How we are writing? If temp value equals to null value, if temp value equals to null, nothing but already root value we are storing into temp na. If root equals to null, automatically temp equals to null. Sir, why can't you check directly root? Generally all the operations we should perform with the help of temporary variables only, right? Main variables we should not supposed to disturb. Root variable only first time we are collecting into temp. All the operations we will perform with the temp variables only. Simply we are printing that message system.out.println list is empty. List is empty. This is the message. Or else, so then we need to travel while if chance is there. So what is that chance? Temp. If temp not equals to null, yes, temp not equals to null. In case of nodes are present, suppose here it is in this list nodes are present na? Yes, temp not equals to null. Yes, temp value is a 2046, it is not equals to null. So already node is there, so we are printing that node value. What is that node value? Just temp dot data, nothing but temp2 data, right? Whatever the data which is inside, that we are printing. System dot out dot println we are printing element. Here how to print? Temp2 data, nothing but here it is temp dot data. After printing the first node value, we should send the control from first node to second node with the help of links. Temp now pointing to 3006, second one. How it is possible? Very simple. Just temp dot link value, nothing but next node address, that will be stored into temp. What is the temp dot link? Initially temp value is a 2046. Temp dot link is nothing but a 3006. So that is next node, that it is pointing to this. Easily we can write. Okay. So this is the program, how to insert the elements, nothing but how to append the elements, and next one how to display all the elements that what you appended, all these things. Okay. See, observe, see, just compile and run. I am compiling from the, so command prompt I am executing. I am saving this in my D drive, Java C. So what is the file name I have given to this one? So file name is in my D drive, single linked list dot java. So here it is. So we are compiling single linked list dot java. Here any compile time error? No compile time error. Compiled successfully. Now I am executing Java single linked list. Execution started. Here it is asking, one is for append, second one is for display, third one is for quit. Suppose if you are giving 2, clearly it is giving the message list is empty, because just now started na, no elements in the list. And next one append and display. Suppose append I have given, it is asking enter node data. Suppose 10 is a node data, added. Next again 1 I want to append, enter node data 20. Next 1 append node data 30, 1 append node data 40. Now finally I just want to display all the elements 2. See, elements added, element 10, 20, 30, 40. Next again enter your choice. Suppose 1 I want to append 50, appended, and next I want to display 2. So now see that data 10, 20, 30, 40, now the new element is added 50. Whenever you give that option 3, if choice is a 3, then it will quit. The program execution completed. This is how to add append, how to implement a single linked list using Java. Hope you people will practice how to add a node in the beginning and how to add a node after a specified node, right, and how to delete the node, how to find the length of the nodes and all these things. Just follow a single linked list operations, right, using C language. All these we discussed in all the previous sessions. Please follow Naresh IT channel videos in a YouTube. Okay, so thank you for watching.